Hello, everyone. This is the Insert Title Show, and I am your host, Wolf Strife. On this episode, I'm going to be showing you my Stephen Biesty collection. Basically, Stephen Biesty is an illustrator of children's books. I was a really big fan of his when I was a kid. My aunt actually worked at a library, so when I was a kid, I would go there all the time and just walk around and check out kids' books and adult books. I mean, whatever the hell, struck my fancy. But this guy always stuck out to me just because, I mean, the subject matter that he does. He's basically I guess you would say, cross section architectural artist, basically. But he also does a lot of time period stuff like I actually think it was this year I kind of remembered his books and I was like, oh yeah, that guy did a lot of good stuff. Let me hop on Amazon and see if any of his books are still in print. And I actually found a lot of his books. I had to buy most of them used on Amazon, but I mean, like this one, I mean, this one's fine. I mean, it's got a little dent here, but I mean, the artwork is what matters. He actually did a series on ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, and ancient Rome. And I think you can actually buy all three of those together as one book, but I actually bought them separately. And I mean, just look at the detail. I mean, the guy just is an amazing, amazing artist. Basically, what he does is like, here's showing the, I guess, topography of Egypt and stuff. And I mean, look at this, just all the detail and just everything. I mean, it's just wow. Yeah. And, excuse me. As an artist, he's very interesting. Basically, he draws everything in pencil and then he'll use like a very thin brush to kind of do the lines and stuff. Like here's the rock quarries and stuff, and they're loading the stones on the ship to, I guess, go and build monuments down the Nile. I mean, good God, look at this. So yeah, he does all this in pencil, and then he uses a thin brush to do the lines and detail and stuff. And then he does everything in watercolors. So I mean, it's just amazing what this guy does. He doesn't use a ruler at all. I mean, he just does all of this by freehand. I mean, it's just incredible. And just the amount of detail yeah, that's the thing with his books. You really got to pay close attention because he just always throws in stuff. Like he'll throw in dogs running down the street chasing somebody or something. I mean, it's just always interesting. And he always has somebody go into the bathroom, which is hilarious. I remember being like a 5-year-old boy or 6 or 7 or whatever, and just being like, oh, that's funny, guy's taking a dump. But I mean, just look at this stuff, man. Just amazing, amazing artwork. Yeah, this guy, I just love his books. Yeah, his is a Greece one. I think this was actually one of the ones I got brand new. But yeah, I mean, just really, really does an amazing job. And if you have a kid who you want to get into history or architecture or whatever, I mean, yeah, you definitely got to get some of his books. I mean, it's just really, really great stuff. Um, yeah, I mean, this will definitely get your kid's imagination going, like it got mine all those years ago. Going, well, hell, I mean, looking at this stuff now, I'm like, wow. I mean, look at this, ancient Rome. You got the Colosseum, you got the Circus Maximus, you got the Capitoline Hills and everything. There's the aqueduct. I mean, it's just amazing, amazing. I mean, good God, look at that. I mean, if it doesn't get your kid interested in history or architecture, it'll definitely, there's the Coliseum, definitely might trigger them into getting into art. So, yeah, like, wow. I mean, look at this stuff. It's amazing. I mean, just jeez. Yeah, there's a pack of wild dogs running around the streets of Rome. Looks like they got a cat or something. I mean, the amount of detail this guy does in his books has always been amazing. Um, yeah, here's one I definitely checked out when I was a kid at the library. Is a cross section of a medieval castle. Yeah, I remember this one definitely. Yeah, there's a army coming to besiege a castle, and yeah, it looks like they took the town that was surrounding the castle. Now they gotta take the keep and stuff. And then he just goes into feudalism and siege warfare and just, yeah, all the stuff going on. There's a battering ram. And then, yeah, it just goes along through each section of the castle, basically. Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah, I mean, it's just really, really good stuff. And see, the army attacking the castle gives up, and the defenders win. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Here's another one I had as a kid. I had to rebuy it though. Yeah, the Man of War, basically showing you what it was like inside a British Man of War. Yeah, there's British and the French going at it. Oh yeah, there's battle stations, and very violent too. Like those guys getting impaled by splinters, getting hit by a cannonball and stuff. I mean, this was really fucking cool stuff when I was a kid. Oh yeah, yeah. And yeah, you know, he's got some offshoots. Like here's one of a group of castles. There's Crack de Chevalier, or whatever the French pronounce it, because they don't pronounce L's. I was actually going through Clive Barker's Jericho, and there was a castle in the game that reminded me of this one, but I couldn't remember what this one was called. Yeah, Crack de Chevalier. Yeah, I mean, just really a fun collection of just architecture, history. Yeah, there's Castel Sant'Angelo. That's right outside of St. Peter's Basilica. In fact, if you played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you actually got to go in this castle. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, there's Tower of London. I mean, it's just kind of fascinating stuff. Yeah, I kind of want to read this stuff now. I'm like flipping through this. I'm like, oh man. Yeah, there's Osaka doing the Battle of Osaka. I got another one of his books right down there. Let's see, what was this one? Oh yeah, this was an adventure book he did, which is really cool. Basically, yeah, this would be a very fun book for your kid to read, because it's kind of a mystery. You know, you're trying to find out where the treasure is and stuff, and he leaves you clues of where to go and stuff. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Like, he starts off in Sydney, shows you his architectural skill and stuff. I mean, look at that. Just holy. Yeah, it's the inside of the Sydney Opera House. I mean, I can't even really show you it all. It's so big. Little pop out thing. Then we got Thailand. What is that in Burma? Shit, what country is that? Cambodia. Yeah, Cambodia. Yep, there's Hagia Sophia. I mean, look at that. I mean, just, jeez. Yeah, amazing, amazing stuff, man. There's Parthenon, Colosseum again, Notre Dame, Empire State Building. I mean, just should just be very fun to experience with your kids. So, yeah, I mean, it's just really, really cool, man. I really love his stuff, and I would definitely recommend you check out his books, especially if you have young kids around. I think they will really enjoy these books, and yeah, definitely you can still buy them. Just go on Amazon. I mean, if you gotta buy them used, you know, no big deal, as long as the artwork is good, because that's the special stuff. So yeah, definitely check out Stephen Biesty's books. I mean, I love every single one of his that I've got, and yeah, no complaints from me. I mean, the artwork is great. The way he tells the story is great, and just everything about his books I love. So definitely check out Stephen Biesty's books. Every single one of them. Oh yeah, one more book. Kind of forgot about this one. Into the Unknown. This was basically his book on navigation and exploration and stuff like that. This is a really cool one. It goes into a lot of science in this one. So if your kid's into science, they would really like this one. Yeah, it just goes into the I think it was like the treasure fleet from China, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And crossing the Atlantic, like Columbus, and just all that kind of stuff. And yeah, a lot of just navigation stuff. There's the Hindenburg. I think he goes into climbing Mount Everest, and of course going to the moon, and just all the science behind that and stuff. I mean, it really is just cool, really cool stuff. Yeah, so yeah, definitely check out Stephen Biesty's books. I mean, you'll love them, your kids will love them, everybody loves them. So yeah, definitely take my word for it. Check out Stephen Biesty's books.